Hi, my name is Bintu Harwani, and in this Android lecture we will learn how to display checkboxes in an Android app. Checkboxes, as we all know, is a component that allows the user to display several options, and the user can select more than one option. For example, you are making a restaurant app and you are displaying certain food options like, for example, pizza, chow mein, hot dog, whatever, and user can select more than one option, and accordingly the bill will be displayed on the screen. So let's start with it.
So in this lecture, we are going to learn how to use checkboxes. As we all know that checkboxes are used for choosing more than one options, more than one selections, right? So we'll first launch the Android Studio. This is my Android Studio. We'll create a new project, obviously. So we'll select the start a new Android Studio project. We'll select empty activity option. Next, it's asking you what should be the name of your application. In this application, we'll be displaying certain food items like pizza, burger, hot dog. Each will be having a different prices, and user will be opted to select as many number of food items the person wants. After selecting the required number of food items, once the user will select the calculate bill button or submit button, the bill of the total food items selected will be displayed. So we'll give the name as a food app, right? And it's asking the package name. We'll give the package name as say Harwani app, and food app is the lower case of the project name that we've given. Recall from the last lectures that this is sort of a domain and subdomain of websites. The package name is given just to avoid any collision with the existing apps on the Play Store. This is a location where your project will be created. We are selecting Kotlin language for developing our app, and we will leave the minimum SDK as the default, that is API 17 Jelly Beans, so that our app will run on the 99.2% of the existing devices, right? So let's click on finish. I assume that you've seen my earlier 3 video lectures. If you haven't, please look at the link that I provided. Please do watch those videos. That will help you a lot in understanding this video also. Okay, as we've understood earlier also that the 2 main files are used in any Android app. One is your main activity Kotlin, which will load your layout file, and this is your layout file, activity underscore main.xml, and this is its graphics view. We'll maximize it. This is that. In our application, we'll be displaying 3 checkboxes, 1 button and 1 text view. This is the default text view component which is provided in the empty activity template, and we leave it as such. And beside this, we want 3 checkboxes, right, and 1 button. So click on this button palette. You'll find the checkboxes here. Can you see it? Click and drag here. 1, 2, 3. Let's reduce the. This is our whole screen. This is second checkbox, the third checkbox, and we'll place a button also here, right? And this is our text view. Okay, we'll set the size of these checkboxes. We'll click and drag these 3 checkboxes, right? And we'll go here in the text sizes. Can you see it? See text size, can you see it? The default text size of these 3 checkboxes is 14 SIP, scale independent pixel. We talked about it in the first lecture. We'll make it 30 SP, right? So that it should be visible, huh? And then this is button. I'll increase its size also to 30 SP, and this button, this text view, I'll make it a bit more visible, make it 36 SP. Fine. Now this checkbox, what is its ID? See, look at its ID. Its ID is checkbox here. I'll make it pizza because I want this checkbox to represent pizza, and its text is checkbox. I'll remove it and I'll write pizza, and the price of pizza is $3. You can write in any currency, no problem. This checkbox is your checkbox 2, the ID of it. I'll make it say hot dog. press enter key. So the ID of this checkbox will become checkbox hot dog, and the text I'll change it to hot dog. I'll set its price to $1. This is your checkbox burger, right? And I'll make it the text as burger $2. So this is that. Now this button, I'll make it the button as button bill. I'll make the button as the text to appear as show bill, and here I make it the ID of this text view as text view bill. It will display the bill, right? Okay, now the constraints. These are the, I have to set the constraints, Now this I'll click here. This is the layout of the this checkbox. By showing these all 4 pluses means none of the constant is set to it. None of the constant is set for this checkbox. Let me recall that this is the text code for the layout, right? This is the code automatically generated for us. The default layout is constant layout. Constant means there are certain constraints being laid out among the components with respect to each other as well as with the boundary of the layout, right? For example, when I click over here on this checkbox, the plus sign, this plus sign shows that none of the constraint is set of this checkbox. So this, I'll click on this node and I'll drag it to the border of the layout. It is attached to the top border of the layout. I can set this distance of this checkbox from the top margin of the layout. I'll set it to 16. I can even increase it. This is 16. I can make it say 24. Now here, to make it on the center of this layout, I'll click this and set it to the left boundary. It is attached to the left boundary. If I want it to be left aligned, I have to just set the distance from the left boundary. But if I want it center aligned, click and drag it over here. The moment you set the left and right constraints, it will be aligned horizontally center of the width of the screen. See, so now only one constant is left, that is bottom constant, right? Otherwise the 3 constants are left for this checkbox. Similarly, you click here, none of the constants are laid out for this checkbox. Select this and click it and leave it on to here. It is asking that you want to set the constant of the checkbox with this upper checkbox. You want the distance to be kept from the top of the checkbox, or you want from the bottom of the checkbox you want the distance, the gap between the two. I have said that from the bottom of the checkbox I want to define the gap, right? By default it has shown me 33 pixel gap. I'll make it say 16, right? I can even increase it, it's up to me. And to align it to the left and right, I'll click it here and I'll click this one. So this checkbox is at the 24 pixel gap from the top margin. This is at the gap of 16 pixel and center line. Here this one. Again I'll click and drag it over here to make it in the constant difference with this checkbox, hot dog checkbox. I have to define the distance with the top of the checkbox or from the bottom of the hot dog checkbox. I have to select the bottom of the hot dog checkbox. The length I have taken is of 16. For the equal distances, I will make it 16 also. So these 3 are at the equal distances. Here, I'll align it to the left and to the right. Because these are center aligned and the text length of all 3 checkboxes is a bit different, so it won't appear good. It would appear better if they appear on the left align. Center is not appearing good because the text length of all the 3 is different. So I'll do what? I'll click it here. I'll delete this constant from the right border. See, even I selected here, I'll delete. See, this is the cross. I'll select it. Right constant is gone. I'll delete this right constant and I'll select this one, and from the left border I'll make it at the gap of 24 pixel. This also at the 24 pixel gap, and this one is also 24 pixel or SIP, whatever you want to. Similarly, you do one thing, click and drag it and set the constant with this checkbox. The default is showing is 66. Make it 50 pixels gap from the and center, align it center. The constant of the text view is already established with the 4 borders of the layout, and I'll do what? I'll just delete this top constant. Right, it will be attracted to the bottom. This thing you can see it, huh? I'll click and drag it to this button. I'll set it in constant with the bottom of this button bill, and the gap is coming out to be 380. I'll make it say 60, and I'll remove this bottom constant. This is the gap of 60, and this is also a gap of 60. Also, I'll delete this text of this text view. This text will be set by the coding. So this is my layout now. This layout is there. Now we have to go for the coding. This is the coding. I'll go here. I'll write well checkbox pizza find UID, and this is for the checkbox. The moment I double click it, look at here, the library of checkbox is included, and here I'll write recall the ID. What was the name of the checkbox? Pizza. I'll copy and paste this one for the rest of the 2 checkboxes. One is your hot dog. Let me tell you, we can even directly use them. We don't have to define the Kotlin variables over here. We can directly, in latest versions of Kotlin, you can directly access the layout variables in the coding without defining their local variables here. We'll see in the next lectures how to do that. For the bill amount, I'll add text view. The moment I double click it, you can see the library of text view is included. As I told you in the next lecture, I'll tell you how to access directly the layout components directly. We'll access in this text view bill will be known as bill amount, but from the next lecture we'll directly access the component without defining their local variables. I'll define one more variable, bill button. See, at the top you see there's no button here, but now you'll find this button included here. This is your, what was the name of that button? Button bill, right? Now I'll attach a set on click listener on this button, because the moment anybody clicks on that button, you want that bill to be displayed, right? So I have to select this one, second option, right? And here I have to write a variable total bill, and define it and initialize it to 0. Now if my check pizza is checked, I have to do what? I have to add 3 value to the total bill variable, because my pizza was of $3, right? Next was my hot dog. If hot dog checkbox is checked, I have to add 3, because I have to add 1 to this total bill variable, because my Hot dog was of $1. Now last is your checkbox, burger. If this is checked, I have to add 2 to the total bill. And thereafter finally I have to display what is the variable bill amount. This is bill amount dot set text is how much your bill is, how much total bill. We have to convert it into string because it's in integer format right now. It is typecasted to string plus you have to display dollar also. Now code is perfectly alright. Let's run this. My emulator is already running here. This is my emulator. I'll run it. I'll provide you the code for this, don't worry. See, if I click on pizza and select here show bill, your bill is $0 plus equal to 3. Sorry, it should be equal to. Now run it again. Stop it and then run it again. So this app is running now. If I click on pizza, select show bill, your bill is $3. If I select this burger also, suppose, and click on show bill, see, $5. Hot dog also, $6. $5. Can you see that? See. So this app is working perfectly well. I just want one change also to be made again. I don't want this button to be here. I just want that the moment a user selects or unselects any of the checkbox, the bill should be changed immediately. I don't want this button to be here. So we'll make a small change for that. Changes here. This is the code for that. This is the code for that. We'll understand this code first. I'll just define a variable total bill, define it 0. I'm adding one set on click listener on the pizza checkbox. That means if anybody clicks on the checkbox, that pizza, this code will be executed. This method will be executed. It is checking if the checkbox pizza is checked. If it is clicked, if the right sign is over there, add 3 values to the total bill variable. Otherwise, deduct 3 value from the total bill variable and then display the total bill, right? And if anybody clicks the checkbox of hot dog, this code will be executed. Again, the same formula is repeated. If the check hot dog is checked, you have to add $1 to it and otherwise deduct 1. This is the prices of the respective food items. Similarly, if anybody clicks the checkbox of the burger, this code will be executed. This method will be executed. Inside this method, you are again checking that if the checkbox of burger is checked, add value 2 to the total bill variable, otherwise deduct the value 2 from the total bill variable, and accordingly you display the final amended value of the total bill. This is that. And you have to typecast also the total bill because total bill is basically an integer. You have to convert it into a string in order to get it displayed. So we'll copy this code. We'll go into this Visual Studio. I'll comment out this code from here till here. I'll provide you the code, don't worry, just understand the logic. I pasted it here. And this bill amount is bill amount, this one, B capital, right? Right, and the button is no more required, so I'll go in activity main XML. I'll click and drag it this, delete it, click and delete. Now the constant of this was of text box was attached to that button only. So I have to click it and I have to click this top node, and I have to drag it to this checkbox because I have to set the constant with the checkbox instead of that button, because button is deleted now. Click it here and the space is 180 SIP, so I'll make it 60 here, right? Rest is same. Just run this, stop the earlier running execution, run it. It's showing an error here. It's showing an error. This red mark on view is saying that I am not able to understand this view. I have to add the library for it here. So Android Studio will make it very easy for you. Hovering the mouse over it, you will see this message, unresolved. I'll just make it bigger. See, unresolved reference view import, or press Alt Shift or Enter key. I'll just click on import. This has become black. Library is included. Can you see it here? Now I have to just run it. It's running, and see, there's no button here now. I'll click it on any. See, total bill is $1. The moment I unselect it, see, it's gone. See, no need of button. So this app is working perfectly well. I have provided the code for this in the description box. And if you like the lecture, please subscribe it, write your comments, and do share it with your friends. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day.